Do you recognize this man? Meet George Yeo. George Yeo was the poster boy of the PAP in the 1990s and 2000s. He was on the fast track his whole life, a president scholar, SAF general, and the man behind Singapore's integrated resorts. But all of this came crashing down when Lee Kuan Yew said this. George Yeo was born in 1954 and from the start, he was that student. In 1970, he topped his entire cohort for O-levels at St. Joseph's Institution. He received the President's Scholarship and studied at Cambridge where he scored a double first in engineering. He went on to Harvard for his MBA, graduating as a Baker Scholar. Now, think of it like scoring a President's Scholarship again, but this time it's against the sharpest and brightest minds around the world. Back home, he joined the SAF and his promotion was rapid. By the age of 35, he already held the rank of a Brigadier General, and that's like becoming a partner at a Big Four firm in your mid-30s. But here's the thing, people still had doubts. Some dismissed his rise, saying he wasn't moving up because of ability, but because he was earmarked to be fast-tracked, and he was nothing more than a scholar general. In 1988, George Yeo swapped the uniform for a white shirt and entered politics. And just like in football, he didn't start on the bench, he went straight from academy graduate to first-team regular, bagging the Golden Boot and winning the Ballon d'Or in the same season. Within 3 years, he was already a full cabinet minister. He served in several ministries, including the Ministry of Digital Development and Information, the Health Ministry, and then in Trade and Industry where he pushed for the bold idea of an integrated resort. At the time, it was risky, controversial, and people said it would ruin Singapore's social fabric. But the passage of time would eventually reveal the brilliance of his mind. Just look at the news today. Marina Bay Sands is breaking ground on its 4th tower. That's George Yeo's vision, still paying dividends decades later. By the time he became Foreign Minister in 2004, George wasn't just a rising star. He was the poster boy of the PAP, and for years, it seemed like nothing could stop him. It was GE 2011 and the PAP was still the dominant party in Singapore. Nobody believed that the opposition could win a GRC. On paper, PAP had the dream team. George Yeo, the Foreign Minister, popular, respected. Losing Aljunied was unthinkable, and yet the Workers' Party set their sights on the ultimate prize. The ground was restless, rising costs, immigration and frustration with what people saw as PAP arrogance. Sensing the danger, Lee Kuan Yew himself stepped in and personally said what would go down as one of the most infamous lines in our political history. A line so provocative, so controversial that when voters finally had the chance to stick it to the man, they did.
Pursuant to Section 49, Subsection 7E, Paragraph A of the Parliamentary Elections Act, I declare Chen Shou Mao, Silver Lim, Low Tia Kiang, Muhammad Faisal bin Abdul Manap, and Pritam Singh of the Workers' Party as the group of candidates elected for the electoral division of Aljunied.
For the first time ever, the opposition had captured a GRC, and George Yeo, the Golden Boy, Foreign Minister, was out. Singapore had lost its Foreign Minister. After the dust had settled, calls came for him to run for president, but George said no. Instead, he rebuilt his life on the global stage. He took on multiple high-profile roles in major international companies, and even the Pope came knocking. Yes, that Pope. In 2014, Pope Francis appointed George Yeo to the Vatican's Council for the Economy, overseeing the finances of the Catholic Church. George Yeo had lost Singapore politics, but he had not lost his brilliance. He simply took it to the world. So what was it that Lee Kuan Yew said all those years back? He warned the people of Aljunied. If you vote for the opposition, you will have 5 years to repent. Those words, provocative and unforgettable, went down as one of the most controversial lines in Singapore's political history. Instead of scaring voters, it backfired. In the end, the voters stuck it to the man. It's emotionally justifiable, but logically indefensible. In his book, George Yeo says he believes Lee Kuan Yew had made the remark deliberately. And if that is true, it leaves one wondering, why did he say those words?